guys, welcome back to my channel. So a lot of you guys are probably know by now that I cut my locks, but if you don't know or have not come across any of my videos, my last video I went into details why I cut my locks and what got me into making that final decision to cut my locks. So I'm not going to get into that in this video, so we're going to get right into this video. I just want to talk about some of the books that I have read this year 2023 that have really impacted my life. I just want to give you guys a little background story why I decided to do this year. The previous years, let's say when I was back in high school, I used to love reading. I used to read books all the time. I lived by a library at that time, and I used to go to the library and borrow books, and I used to read like crazy. I used to love reading. Fast forward to college, I loved reading, but as soon as I got married and started having kids, it's like I wasn't reading as much. It's not like I didn't want to read, but I didn't have the time. So I told myself, now I have two toddlers, I have to make time for whatever that I want to do, right? So I told myself this year 2023 that I was going to read more books than I have been reading the past couple of years. So I read close to like 10 books this year. Not as much as I wanted to, but I did read some books, and I wanted to come on here and show you guys 4 books that have impacted my life tremendously this year, and I wanted to share them with you guys. These are Christian faith-based books, because those are the type of books that I read mostly, to be honest with you guys, because I'm a Christian and I read mostly motivational Christian faith-based books. And yeah, so that being said, let's get right into the first book. So the first book is this book. The first book is Relational Intelligence by Dr. Dharius Daniels. This is what it looks like. This book is so good. This book talks about, it gives us like 4 types of relationships and how to navigate those type of relationships. I'm gonna give you an example of those relationships. I'm gonna give you the list of those relationships. There are 4 types of relationships, right? There is the friends category, like people that are your friends, that are your actual friends, and then there is the associate category, people that are just associates in your life. There's no loyalty between you and them. They're just associates. You deal with them when you come across them, or when you guys are in the same gathering, you just deal with them, and that's about it. There's no like loyalty between y'all. And then there's the assignment category. This is the one I just learned about. I didn't know there was such thing as an assignment category. Assignment categories are people that are in our life to fulfill a certain assignment, or we are in other people's life to fulfill a specific assignment, and then our assignment is done. It's not like a permanent position in that person's life. You're just in their life to fulfill an assignment. And that's just an example. And then you also have the advisor position. The advisor are people that we go to. I would say these are like mentors, people that we go to where we need guidance, where we need spiritual mentorship, where we need just advice, sound advice. Those are people that we go to. So I really didn't know like this specific list of like relationships and how to navigate them. So this book went into details how to manage each type of relationship, and I love this book so much. It was gifted to me by someone, and I love this book so much. This book is everything. Yeah. So the next book is this book. This book is written by a Nigerian woman. I love this book so much. I just finished this book about maybe like 3 weeks now. It's called The Believer's Guide to Understanding Sex in Marriage and Enjoying an Exciting Sex Life. So I'm whispering because I have my kids in the house right now. They're on vacation for the holiday, so that's why I'm whispering. And then the bold title, of course, is Have Sex and Pray. So this book is so good, you guys. This book is so good. It's written for, of course, Christian married couple on how to, spice things up in the bed, or it get into details also how to like express certain needs, certain concern that you may have in the bedroom, and it gives you also like whole bunch of ideas of how to spice things up in the bedroom as believers. This book is so good, you guys. This book is so good. I love this because it's written by an African woman, a Nigerian woman. And if you are African, Caribbean, Black people in general, like the topic of sex is not really a thing that we talk about, especially in the church or in the Christian community. It's such a taboo topic that we don't really talk about it, but this is something that a lot of people deal with in their marriages. A lot of men deals with this type of issue. A lot of like women deals with it, how to satisfy their partners. And I think this book is so needed. This book is so good, y'all. It's so good. I follow the author on Instagram, and she promoted the book before the book came out through like tweets and stuff. And that's how I was anticipating this book. And when this book came out, y'all, I read this book in like 3 sitting. I read it like 3 or 4 days. Like, this book is so good, so good. I highly recommend this book. I'll put links of all the books in my description if you guys want to get these books. I'm not sponsored or anything, nothing like that. I'll just post it there for anyone that wants to get it. I got this on Amazon. The author, like I said, she lives in Nigeria, but this book is available on Amazon. So the next book is this book. It's called Welcome to Adulting, and it says Navigating Faith, Friendships, Finances, and the Future. And it's by Jonathan J.P. Pakuda. I don't know how you say his last name. I'm sorry if I butcher that. But this book, I saw this book from someone that I watch, one of my favorite influencers. Her name is Jalen, and her Instagram name is Face Over Matter. Some of you guys know her. She's very popular. And I saw this in her vlogs. I am obsessed with her vlogs because her vlogs is so inspirational. She always incorporate the word of God in her vlogs, and like how God is manifesting in her life and stuff like that. And I can relate so much to some of the stuff that she talks about. So when she promoted this book, when she talked about this book, because she was reading this book at one point, and I was like, yo, I need to read this book. But this book is so good. I read this book with a few friends. We did it in like a book club type of thing, and this book was really good. He is a Christian. Matter of fact, he's a pastor, I believe, and he got into like how to navigate like faith, friendships, your finances as a Christian, and he gave you like practical tips and practical spiritual tips on how to navigate those aspects in your life. And this book is so good. This is what it looks like. It's so good, y'all. This book is so good. I will highly recommend this book. And yeah, like I said, I will put the description of all of these books I'll put the link of these books in the description if anyone is interested. So this is the last book that I want to highlight, and I'm currently reading this book, so I'm not done with it. But the title of the book is The Women of the Bible, and is the wisdom of the 16 women and their lessons for today. So she highlights 16 women in the Bible and like highlight their life and lessons that we can learn from them as modern women. And this book is so good. I just started it though, so like I'm on like the first chapter. Now I'm learning about Sarah and Haggai. How we all know the story of Sarah when she was married to Abraham, and God promised him that he was going to have a kid, and he had a baby at like 100 years old. She was 90, and how they waited so long to have a kid. And and then Haggai come in the picture. Haggai was a slave to them, and Sarah persuaded her husband to have a kid by the slave just so they can have a child. I'm not gonna get into it, but y'all know the story. That's the lesson I'm in right now, reading about that those two women, and it gets into other women in the Bible. This book is so good. It just gives us it just opens like different perspective for us, like as modern women, and some of the challenges that we might be going through, whether in our marriages, in our relationships, in our friendships. So this book is really good, and I'm really grateful to the young lady that gifted me this book. But yeah, this book was a gift. Most of these books were, I'll say 2 of these books were gift, the other 2 I purchased. But yeah, I wanted to highlight this book as well. So those are the 4 books that really I would highlight for this year, 2023. You guys, I'm so sorry about the lighting. I'm trying to use natural light, and it's like cloudy outside, so I apologize for the light right now. But yeah, those are the books that I have read that I wanted to share with you guys as Christians, as women of faith. These are really great books that we can buy and read ourselves, or even gift other people. This book right here, I gifted this book to one of my friends. She got married last year, and I gifted her this book Her birthday was yesterday, Christmas Day, and I gifted her this book along with another gift. Obviously, she's married. She just got married, like I said, this year, this summer, and I gifted her this book. So I know it's gonna be a blessing to her, and you know, she might pass it on and talk to other people about it. But yeah, I just wanted to share those books with you guys. Thank you so much for all the support on my YouTube channel, my videos. I appreciate it so much. Like I said, I'm gonna come to you guys and bring more different type of content just so you guys can get to know me more. One aspect that you guys know now about me is that I'm into reading now. I'm reading a lot, so I wanted to come on here and talk to you guys about some of the books that I've read. And yeah, so thank you so much. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in another video. Bye bye.